Hi, it's Kim, and today I'm here with you to share a walkthrough of my memory journal and my memory journal essentials, which I have included in here. So this colorway is Plum, and I have added stuff into this journal, and I have decorated all the covers and bits and pieces to give me a beautiful space to work in with art journaling. So my intention is that I will actually use the memory journal books and the other books that I've added in here, and I will do art journaling in them because I love to art journal. So the first thing I will say is that I decided to change how the journal memory journal was tied together. As I said, this is the plum color, and so I decided to put a ribbon tie on it. So actually here, which I will show you on the inside when I get to that too, I have tied on, so this is silk bias binding, which I have colored with sprays. I put two eyelets, which I set with my big bite, halfway between the ends, just on each side of the elastics, which are inside the memory journal cover. And then I tied my ribbon through them and wrapped it, used those holes to hold it in place so that I can wrap it around the journal as the tie. So it just unties. I kept my ribbons quite long. At the moment, they're wrapping around 3 times. I'm not sure whether I'll keep them that long or not, but at the moment they are long. So this is the inside of my memory journal, and I have included all sorts of bits and pieces that I can add art journaling to in the future. So these are just some of the remnant pieces which I've just folded in half, and I can do art journaling on those. I made a tag which I have also decorated the back of, and I have put an eyelet through and tied more dyed seam binding ribbon on that. And this is a little name tag that I just made using a cut down section of one of the File Essentials pieces. This is actually packaging from one of my 49 and Market pieces, which I actually just folded in half and glued together, and then stapled a little ephemera ticket piece, and that slides under that front cover. And now these are the pieces that I've added to the elastics. You will see here that I've tied the silk bias binding ribbon in the center here underneath the, just making sure you can see this. Where is it? Here. So there's a knot there. And then I brought the ribbon through, tied a double knot in it, and then took the ends back through the eyelets. So there's one eyelet there and one eyelet there. And that just means that it's secure and I'm not going to lose my binding piece. So this first piece here that I've made, that I've added into the journal, is made with some of the File Essentials from Plum Grove. And I've created a little library pocket here, which I've decorated, and I've also included some watercolor and rub-ons and laser cut pieces on it. And then I've added one of the little index. I think that you put negatives in them, so a slide holder. And I actually used packaging material. I like to reuse packaging where I can, and created a pocket in here which I've put sequins so they actually move, and a little rub-on butterfly and some tickets, and then and some rub-ons. Then I've splattered it with gold and silver paint. So you can see there that the sequins do move. I think that's so cute. And then this is just some more ephemera pieces and rub-ons, which I've added here. And then this is the first of my books, the memory journals. And I haven't done anything much to the inside yet. There is another library card pocket there, but I have decorated the front. So I've actually used the 6x8 papers, which I've covered the front and the back with. And then for my for down the spines, I used a fabric washi tape, and I chose to use one from the, it's from this collection, Avesta. So I actually used this tape here from the Avesta collection because it has a lot of the colours in it, like the greens and some soft pinks and stuff, which actually work really beautifully with the Plum Grove collection. So I bound the spines with those. I just put glue under it, quite a strong glue, so that because it's repositionable and I don't want it to move, I put some permanent glue in under that as I bind those. These are the stickers that come with the journal pieces, and I've added rub-ons to those to decorate them. Now this is another little art journal book that I had in my stash, and I have simply covered this to match. So it actually has elastic on it, and to cover here so that it's fully covered, what I did was I actually just cut a slit, and I had marked where the holes were, and then cut a slit down and cut round those holes. It's not perfect, but once it hides it fairly well. So, and they're just two pieces cut from a 6x8 sheet, which I've cut into two 6x4 pieces. So one piece for the front, one piece for the back, and again, using that fabric washi tape to cover the spine. This is the second of the journal books, again covering it in 6x8 papers, front and back. Such pretty papers in the Plum Grove, and rub-ons on the label that I've included. Now I made myself a little watercolor paper book. So this is a sheet of 12x12 paper, which I've cut in half, and then I've created a little cover that opens out, and I've torn some watercolor paper, which I've attached with a brad in the corner there that you can see, and yeah, so that's nice quality watercolor paper that I can paint on. I can add more to that if I want to, and it's a very simple book. So that's just a 6x12 piece. Whatever paper you decide to use, you can pop in there with a brad. I put another eyelet in here, and I put a piece of ribbon through and just tied a knot so that it can't pass through there. And then it's just folded so that it's not quite in half, so it's a bit less than half, and then the hanging over bit just comes around. And you put a brad on that, and then you can, if you don't attach it too tightly, you can wrap your ribbon around it, and it creates the closure, and it's pretty, and it goes with the collection. And then this is a folder that comes with your journal books, and I've decorated it in the same way. So I've put a 6x8 piece of paper on it, and the label, and I can add bits into that. And then at the back here, I've got some file folders, which I've tucked into the pieces. And this again is another piece of, packaging, which I have decorated and splashed with watercolor paints, and also acrylic paint, liquid acrylic paint that I have. And so I can decorate more on that as well. And that is my memory journal book, all decorated up and with lots of pages and bits that, and different types of paper. So I've incorporated different types of paper in here so that I've got different things that I can work on depending on what sort of project I want to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is my last project for 49 and Market, but I will be continuing to be on YouTube if you wish to find me. Kim Arnold, that's what my channel name's under. I just want to say that I've absolutely loved working on the 49 and Market team. They're a wonderful company, and I can't wait to be able to see the future collections that are released and continue to use them in my own personal scrapbooking. Thanks very much, and bye for now.